Okay, I'll start the video in just a second. That's the second time I'm trying it. Okay, we got one watching, and that's probably me. Okay, so let me give myself a thumbs up because it's not supposed to register at me. They can't be that damn dumb. Okay, so here we are again. So I was talking and talking, and then when I checked the signal, the damn thing was turned off. And I know last night I forgot to turn the microphone back on. So I didn't even upload that. So this camera's been giving me you know how cameras do when they start screwing up, right? They don't take a picture of what you see. It'll be shifted over this way or shifted over that way. And they want to try to make you believe that it's some kind of setting, right? But anyhow, so um this is my quest for trying to buy food that is not poisoned in the United States. And it's no easy task. And um, not only is it not an easy task to find it, it's difficult to purchase it if you're poor. It's out of your reach. And but I'm doing the best I can. So I can't show you this stuff from go in there and do it on the table because it rained last night in the kitchen, and so it's very cold out there, and there's no way I can warm it all up without using a whole gallon of fuel. So that's not happening. So we're just going to do it from right here in the good old bedroom. Okay. So I've already said this once. I'm going to say it again because the video crapped out. So I'm starting the video again. And so hopefully the audio's on. Let me check the audio. Take off my privacy thing there. Make sure everything's on the up and up. Okay, so I'm monitoring myself and I'll go for the full screen. Okay. So it could be a little bit lower, but oh well. Okay, so I was telling you that I've been buying a lot of different health food, trying to take care of my health. And I want to work on um, the negative emotions, working on the negative emotions, on the staying active, getting exercise, and eating, getting rid of all the freaking poisonous garbage that they're flooding they are bombarding us with in the United States. Our food is considered toxic waste in other countries. That's why they don't buy it. It's illegal to buy food from the United States in other countries. And so we have some of the worst food. Um, Chemical additives, herbicides, pesticides, all kinds of chemicals. I think there's like 200 or 2,000 different chemicals that they're putting in the crap, right? And so I'm trying to sort my way through all this stuff. But, negative emotions and exercise, that's, um, a little bit difficult. But I am trying to change the diet because it's so heinous. It's so heinous, the poisons they're putting in our food supply, in our foods that we've been eating for years and years. It's so freaking um, evil that um, so I'm trying to figure out how to do this stuff, right? So one of the main things is they're putting so much sugar in our food supply, and it's not the good sugar like when you eat a banana or a fruit that has sugar too, but this is different than that kind of sugar. I'm not going to go into all the things about it, but basically all it is what I just read right now. Basically, processed sugar is basically 100% sucralose, and so it's not supposed to be that way. When you eat a fruit that has a lot of sugar in it, it's not 100% sucralose. It's sucralose and something else. There has to be a balance. So, um, so it's not good for you, right? Why do you think everybody's got freaking high blood pressure and freaking diabetes? Okay. And so the as if though that wasn't bad enough, they're putting enough sugar in our food supply to kill a freaking elephant, right? And so one of the main things is trying to um, get rid of the sugar. And so I've tried honey. I've got some honey, but then I've heard these people that are saying all the honey is freaking fake. How can they get away with this crap? They're pouring corn syrup in the honey, right? There's only you have to look through all this different stuff to find some honey. Well, I know where to get honey around here. There's a couple farmers markets. You know, I guess just hope that they're not freaking part of it, right? Pouring freaking corn syrup in the honey, buying corn syrup for $3 and selling it for 20, right? And but I guess you could get to know uh people in a farmer's market. But so I still got some honey. And but so what I did is I said I'm gonna use brown sugar instead. It just seems better. Well, it turns out that's not very much better. And so um I was like, well, I've tried that stevia, but I don't like it. And so I saw a thing online and it said stevia has been banned, right? And so what's the other one? Is there another one? I don't know. But anyhow, so I bought the cane sugar, okay? But I want to eventually just get rid of the sugar, right? Because there's so much sugar in everything. You know you're going to get sugar, right? So I just want to eliminate the freaking processed sugar from my what you call it. But for right now, I'm just getting rid of the white sugar. And so I bought this. I thought this would be really good. And I didn't even do very much research before I checked it out. But it does say that this is better than the processed white sugar. This is cane sugar. So for some reason it doesn't go through as I don't know. This is coconut sugar. Okay. And for some reason, it doesn't go through so much processing. So there's actually stuff that's good for you in here, like minerals and B vitamins and this and that. But it's still got sugar, which is a problem, you know, with all the um, stuff that's going on. I don't want to say the word too much. Okay, you know which one it is that everybody's got, right? Because they're putting enough freaking sugar in our crap to freaking kill an elephant, to kill a horse. And so I got the coconut palm sugar, but it's still got sugar, it's got carbohydrates and stuff. So I want to get rid of that completely. And so they're saying there's something like, I guess it's called stevia. But then I read right now they banned stevia, but they say people in Japan don't have a problem with it. They've been using it since 1970, right? And stevia doesn't have any carbohydrates in it. Okay. So I'll have to watch a couple other people on here and figure out what that's about. But that would be good to be able to, you know, if stevia is good, or I think there's another one that's out there, use that so that it completely gets that out of your diet, and you get all your carbohydrates, your sugars from natural fruit, like bananas, oranges, cherries, berries, whatever. And I've got some kombucha, so that should be pretty good, right? Natural stuff. I don't know. That's kind of weird too. Um, I don't know what the carbohydrates would be on that, so it's a little bit confusing. But anyhow, so I'm cleaning that up a little bit. I did get this. It's better than the refined sugar. Okay, and so I'm one step closer. And so like this morning, there's two products. The main product is bread. The bread aisle is disgusting. It's a freaking crime scene. Okay? And and in my opinion, all the stuff I've been looking for, it seems that Target is leaving Walmart in the dust as far as organic stuff, availability, and quality. It looks to me like, you look at coconut milk, organic coconut milk. Um, Target leaves Walmart in the dust. Okay. And so I don't shop at Target. So I might have to start shopping at Target. I mean, you can find all this stuff on Amazon, but that's kind of gets a little bit expensive. But in retrospect, if you got your membership, it probably is worth it, because you can get a um the cranberry juice, right? I mean, the best cranberry juice would be to take some cranberries, organic cranberries, and juice them yourself, right? Because it keeps the enzymes. But this is the second best for people who don't who aren't rich, who can't afford a juicer, who don't even have the ability to do a juicer. There's people who are homeless. They ain't going to be doing no juicer. So this is the second best. The only thing is that it doesn't have the enzymes. So like I said, well, the one I made just a few minutes ago, I said it. Okay, so I have to say it again. I just supplement myself with some enzymes, an enzyme supplement, because I've got carrot juice in the refrigerator. That one has to stay refrigerated. Don't ask me why. And this one doesn't. Okay, but um, this is all from Walmart that I'm showing you here. I'm not showing you the bread because I got the bread in the refrigerator. Okay. This kind of bread, it's best to keep it refrigerated if you want it to last long, right? Because it doesn't have all the nasty freaking chemicals and all that crap. Okay. So I've got it in my refrigerator, so I'm not going to show it to you because, I don't want to show you the bread or the carrot juice because that needs to stay refrigerated. If my living conditions were different, I could show them to you. But like I said on the video earlier that crapped out, it rained in my kitchen last night. Okay. And it's cold out there. So I have to stay in here to make the video. But like I was saying, Target seems to be leaving Walmart in the dust as far as organic stuff. Okay. Amazon would be your next, they've got all the organic stuff there. And their cranberry juice is actually cheaper than Walmart. This cranberry juice, even though it comes in a plastic bottle, this one from Walmart comes in a glass bottle. It's 100% pure cranberry juice. That's all that's in it. If you read the ingredients, it's cranberry juice. No added sugar, no added nothing, right? And it's absolutely, this is an excellent product and they know it. They don't want you to have good stuff. Not unless you're rich, right? They want to attack the poor people. They want to rake the money in from them by siphoning the money out of the government later through Medi-Cal or whatever, right? And so on Amazon you can get it for $7. I got this one from Walmart last night for almost $10. Okay, so Amazon might not be that bad of an option. And so but yeah, all the stuff that I've been looking for and things, whenever I go on and start looking and see it's out of stock at Walmart, right? You can't even find it up on the shelves. And you look over at Target, Target's got better product, more selection, right? And so so this morning I'm about to have lunch, okay? And I'm trying to keep all these different things. So so this morning I had instead of drinking something cold like a cold soda, right? That's loaded with enough sugar it'll kill an elephant. And it's cold, it's not good for your digestion. Your digestion does not take place when it's cold. That's why in Asia they're not stupid like that. They don't drink cold freaking soda with their breakfast. They drink something hot like hot tea or hot beverage. And so I had hot chocolate. And so what I'm doing is I'm having hot chocolate. That's why I want to get the coconut milk, because I moved off of the chocolate that has sugar in it. Okay. And so now I'm trying to figure out how to get it sweetened. So I poured some molasses in it, but it don't really jive that good with it, right? And molasses has sugar. It's from sugar, but some kind of weird crap. But anyhow, so I'm trying to drink like hot chocolate with cinnamon. This is excellent. And also trying to work cayenne into my diet, but I've got sometimes it's kind of difficult, aside from, menudo, right? Aside from, having menudo where you can have the cayenne pepper. But I want to make my own cayenne sauce, like Louisiana hot sauce. This stuff is made with cayenne pepper. And the crystal hot sauce, like the Tabasco sauce. Tabasco sauce is not made with cayenne peppers, it's made with red peppers. I don't know what the hell that's all about. But cayenne peppers is, the one I think that's the really good one. So I want to make my own hot sauce, Louisiana sauce, because they put so much freaking salt in this stuff. You don't think they're doing that crap on purpose? Have you ever looked at the side of the bottle? It's nothing but pure. It's all freaking crystallized. It's like taking salt and adding freaking some cayenne pepper sauce to it. It's like cayenne pepper flavored salt. That's how much salt they put in it. Enough to kill an elephant. So I want to make my own and don't put no damn salt in it because everything has salt in it already, right? So that's my next endeavor. But for right now, I just have the powder. But, the cinnamon, I can work that into my diet real easy, in the hot chocolate. And that works pretty good. I even sometimes put some cloves, to get rid of parasites. Cloves gets rid of the parasite eggs, not the worms, but the eggs, and that's very important. And I'm also trying to work in nutmeg, mace, nutmeg. I got the nutmeg, and so I'm trying to work that into my chocolate too. But right now, I'm like, I need the coconut milk to make one to get it back to where it tastes good because I was using the chocolate bars with sea salt and sugar, and I had that one down to a science. It was excellent. But so I moved off that crap because I'm like realizing how much this sugar is effing your ass up. And that's like the main thing that they're doing, right? And so that's what I'm drinking, something hot. And so I had one egg, I should have probably had two eggs, but and I still have dairy, okay? I have the cheese and the Swiss cheese is freaking awesome. I bought some Swiss cheese last night. It's thinly sliced and it's awesome with the bread. Did I tell you about the bread? Okay, there's only one bread in Walmart that I could find that wasn't freaking poison, so to speak. Um, and that is Dave's Killer Bread. It's from San Francisco, I'm pretty sure. And but I was telling you that I wanted sourdough bread and I couldn't find any that didn't use the freaking ultra processed freaking bleached freaking enriched garbage freaking gluten freaking glue and starch, which is going to turn into more sugar because they took out everything that was good. One of the best things on earth is wheat, and they go in and they take out every last freaking good thing in it, which are about 40 of them. And they take out every last one of them and leave you with shit. Freaking glue and freaking starch. It's freaking absolutely criminal. And then they throw some freaking high fructose corn syrup in there to boot, right? And hit you with some more ultra processed refined sugar. Um, so this one was the only one, and I purchased it, and it's very good bread. It tastes like homemade bread. And but I wanted the sourdough, and I couldn't find any sourdough that was by this company. But then when I got home, I started looking because I was almost sure I saw something in there that didn't use all that garbage in it. And it turns out that this brand does have sourdough. So next time I'm there, I'm going to get the sourdough by David's Killer Bread. Okay. And it is very good bread. It's just that I like the like French style sourdough bread the best, for making garlic bread. That's, you could live off that stuff. Right? So I still use butter and everything like that. So that's what I had for breakfast. I had the whole wheat bread, which actually has seeds, pumpkin seeds, all kinds of different seeds, sunflower seeds, all kinds of stuff on the outside of it. You can see them. And so I had that with butter, and then I put some Swiss cheese on it. Swiss cheese slices that you get from Walmart. And it's freaking awesome, right? With just the egg. I didn't even add no salt to the egg or nothing. The butter already has salt. Everything has salt in it. But I did put a little bit of the, because I said I'm going to put a little bit of the um, cayenne pepper sauce. So I put a little bit of the sauce in there, and I think that was not a good idea because that stuff has so much freaking salt in it. It'll kill a freaking horse, right? So I got to get busy and make my own sauce because that I think is one of the number one things you need in your diet is cayenne pepper. Okay. It's just I don't like to pour the powder on it. It just doesn't taste right. Got to make my own sauce. And so that's what I had for breakfast. So now for lunch, I didn't get any tilapia. I had to put the tilapia back. Okay. So I have to go over here to the store and buy some tilapia. So I had to put two items back last night. I put back the tilapia and I put back the macaroni salad. But I did get me the shrimp. I got me the jumbo shrimp, which I'm going to go have now. And, the other ones was called black tiger prawns, right? And the price went up to almost $16. Just in the summer I bought them, they were $13. And that was a lot. That was a lot in the summer. And now they're almost $16, $15 and some cents. So I got the jumbo prawns. They look pretty good. And so I'll try those and let you know what that's all about. Because I got that hot oil. And I haven't tried it on the shrimp. Because I told you I can't get to a Walmart, right? So I'm going to try that and plus butter. Put them in hot butter. So I'm going to have shrimp so that I get the omega 3s. So I heard this is important. These omega 3s are very, very important. This is probably why the Asians, right, are on another level compared to us, health-wise, because they eat so much seafood. So, I heard that these omega 3s are very important. So, that doesn't have as much as a fatty fish, but, I'll get some of that later on. At least it has the omega 3s in there. And then, and then probably I'll have with some carrot juice and bread, of course, and some more Swiss cheese, maybe, I guess. But anyhow, so what's this? Oh, got the cherry juice. Cherry juice is very important. Okay, I already talked to you about the cherry juice. This is 100% cherry juice from concentrate. There's nothing else in it except for, I think they put a little bit of, there's nothing else in it except cherry juice. And it's not from concentrate. And it's on the shelf at Walmart. Okay, so this stuff is pretty awesome too. Um, and then just supplement it with enzymes is what I'm doing. But a lot of sugar in there, right? So I want to take it easy on that. Okay, so lemons are easy to get. Lemon is like one of the number one superfoods, right? Lemon, ginger, garlic. Oh yeah, I gotta mix in some garlic. Good thing I reminded myself. So I'll mix in some garlic with my meal right now. And because that's anti-parasitic and dementic, right? That one kills worms. And so it's easy to get um lemons, maybe even organic lemons, and just squeeze them yourself. That way you get the enzymes. Okay, this is the second best way. Okay. Um, so maybe I'll grab me some lemons because that's kind of easy to do. Okay. There's no mess to clean up. I can take the lemon peelings and just throw them out. Right. So I've got lemon peeling powder because the way I live, I can't clean the lemon with an ozonator. Okay. I don't have an ozonator and I don't have the bowls to, and the water to do it. Okay. So that's why I'm buying the stuff that's second best. But I did order the lemon peel where hopefully they've done this, run it through an ozonator to get the pesticides. Hopefully, if they're organic, they've cleaned them like they do in Asia. In Asia, they clean the fruit, the lemon, 4 different times. They hit it with freaking Sonic, with ozonated water, all this stuff to completely obliterate the pesticides and herbicides, anything that shouldn't be on that fruit, right? Hopefully it's organic. So I just take the lemon peeling and I pour it into my lemon juice. This is actually lime. I got it from Walmart last night because lemon is very important. And so they say that you can actually mix. There's a certain tonic. This is one of the number one tonics that was invented years and years ago, where you take lemon juice and olive oil. Okay, I might try that with this, but I've been working in lemon juice. There's some awesome lemon juice you can get off Amazon from Asia where they do the whole thing for you, but it's $14 for about that much juice worth, right? So if you're rich, you got it made. As far as all the enzymes, I still don't think that'd be as good as going out to a tree in your yard and getting a lemon and just grinding up the whole thing and doing it somehow that way. But their lemon juice is way better than our lemon juice. But I'm using this, and so I bought the olive oil because I was watching this one dude on YouTube, and he had olive oil. I forget what brand it was, but I saw she used this brand. But this dude, I think he had a different brand. I'm not sure. And he took the olive oil and he poured himself a cup and he drank it. Then he took his drink out of it, right? And he said that, you're supposed to drink some of this every day because it has omega 6s in it, not omega 3s. It has omega 6s and some HCl and some other lutein, and I don't know. I don't remember all the names on them. So I bought this last night and at Walmart, and they have two different. They have a global where they get olive oil from all over the place, but I heard that the olive oil here in California is actually good, which is bizarre considering all the pesticides they use here in California, right? But so I went ahead and I grabbed this stuff, right? Because they've been saying that it's good. So it said, I looked on it and it said 16.1 ounce, that's 500 milliliters, right? And it said $10. The one over next to it looked like it said $17. So I said, well, $10, $11. I said, okay, I'm going to buy it. That's a lot of money for me. That's why I never buy it. So when I get home last night, I look at the receipt and it says $17. Over 17 bucks for this bad boy. The other one that's global, that they get their oil from Italy and all these other places around the world. They're partners with these people. That one's only 10 bucks. I thought that's the one I was buying, right? So apparently I got the good stuff. So I'm going to try this and see what that's all about. But I got some greens. I was going to get me the broccoli. But it was almost $4. I know that's kind of cheap, but I don't want to be buying a whole bunch of stuff if it's just going to go to waste, right? I only have a little small refrigerator, very small refrigerator. So there was something that looked better and it was cheaper. It was $1 cheaper. It was a little baby spinach and just stuff. I don't know what the hell it is, to tell you the truth, but it's good. And so I'm going to go have some of that. And so I can pour olive oil with vinegar, right? Two excellent things, and pour that on your salad. So it's, working it into your food. And so I don't know which is the best olive oil, but that'll be my quest now. So I'm going to taste this one, and then I'm going to taste that regular one they have at Walmart, right? They don't even put it in a green colored glass, right? And taste it and see if you can taste the difference. Because apparently I've heard that they're actually putting fake crap on the shelves. They're putting fake crap in the honey. It's not freaking honey. And it's supposed to be against the law for them to do this, but they're doing it. And they're doing the same thing with the olive oil, is what I heard. So I'm going to try this olive oil and see what the hell. Not for cooking. I'm not using this crap for cooking. I'm using it for taking, right? And whenever I can have a salad, I'll pour it on my salad. Otherwise, I'll just take a cap like that dude did and take a cap every day for the vitamin, for the omega-6s. So the fish has the omega-3s and the olive oil has the omega-6s, which are supposed to be absolutely the best for the crap that they're trying to do to you. Their bread and butter illnesses, their bread and butter fucking ailments that they're inflicting on the people, right? And so what else do I got in here? I got a can of chili beans, which is outrageous. These things used to be like $1, right? And I think it was $2.39. And these are cheap. These are like $1.20. Probably loaded with salt. I haven't looked. And the chili stuff, I haven't looked at it either. It's probably loaded with some freaking garbage stuff. So I got these, which I just remembered. So I'm gonna try to, when I'm almost finished with my salad, then I will mix in some olives, because once you open these, you have to eat them all. That's a lot of olives to eat, right? So yeah, these are really good. So that's kind of splurged and got myself some, like $2.50 or something. They're kind of expensive. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. Because when they ship them, these dudes who ship this stuff, especially in the summer, they're not refrigerated. And they're out there basically cooking. When they're coming through Arizona or Texas, they're basically cooking out there in that truck. That truck's probably 160 degrees on the inside. And sometimes they'll just sit there, right? And And that's why some of the products you get are crappy on the inside, because it's like they've been sitting out there getting cooked. So hopefully these won't be like that. You know how sometimes, they're like you know what I'm talking about. So so that's all I've got. I've got that carrot juice, you know. Um second best, and that's all I've got for right now. I'll probably go back on live and talk to you about a different subject, what's going on with the subjects. I don't know what it is right now. I've got to write it down. It's a controversial subject where a lot of people don't want you to know this, what's going on. Okay, so when I go back on later on, when I remember what the hell it is, I'll talk to you about that. So thanks for tuning in. These are sort of like a document, sort of like a diary, right? What do they call it? Journal. It's kind of like a journal, because all these videos are dated, right? So, one of the subjects I talk about is investing, right? This is a subject that I just started learning about. And I started learning about it about 2 years ago. It was in September 2023, as a matter of fact. And so talk to you about this, investing stuff, what's going on with this on my next videos, because I sometimes talk about this other subject, the stock market and investing and what's going on with it right now. Okay. So that'll probably be part of it, and plus what's going on right now with David Icke is back on YouTube. And did mainstream media freaking say a word about it? Okay, he's back on YouTube. They kicked him off, it's almost been like 5 years ago, during the pandemic, right? This should be front page news, just like what happened with Kevin Trudeau. Okay, so there's other subjects that you need to find out about, and I'll be talking to you about those subjects later. Today is January 1st, 2026, but it's really not the new year, my friend. The new year actually really begins on February 17th. This is according to the lunar calendar. It's the first full moon after the winter solstice. The winter solstice was in December on the 22nd. So this is going to be the first full moon or new moon. I forget which one it is. It's on February 17th, 2026. And this was what ushers in the lunar calendar new year, which is celebrated big time by billions of people, not millions. Okay. And this is also the year of the horse, which is dun dun dun. I'm a horse in the Chinese zodiac, and this is the year of the horse. So the decades are flying by, my friend. Just absolutely flying by. Okay, thanks for tuning in. And this is kind of unusual because I don't see even one comment, but that's okay. Don't even see one comment, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks for liking the video so that more people get this. We'll talk to you later.